Welcome back to another episode of the FC25 Everton Career Mode. We're still clinging on to a top 4 spot in the Premier League, so things are going well so far this season. Things can go well for you guys too, because you might stand the chance of winning an Xbox console. This video is continually, as was the last episode as well, sponsored by the guys at Xbox UK with their hashtag #ScoreMoreWithXbox campaign. You can see it scrolling behind me. You will find in the description a link to a Microsoft form that if you fill out, you stand the chance of winning an Xbox console. So do make sure you go across and follow that link and enter for yourselves. Not only that, we're recording this on stream. We've been some sponsored streams as well. There was one on last Friday. There'll be one later on this week as well. I'll make sure that I definitively let you know exactly what day it's on over on social media, so do follow me on Twitter as well, subtle plug. And we have FC point codes to give away, we have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate codes to give away, and I also have, from the press package that they sent me earlier on in the year, I saved them specifically for these sponsored streams as well, codes for the game itself, an Ultimate Edition, and an extra Game Pass Ultimate code as well for you. So do come and join me on stream, do follow the link in the description as well to enter to win an Xbox, and of course, all year round, Xbox will be offering you guys the opportunity to win prizes through the Score More with Xbox campaign. It's the best place to play the game. And of course, you guys know how much I love my my Xbox, and I play everything on Xbox as it is anyway. So it's an obvious opportunity for me to work with them, and they've been fantastic sponsors of the stream and of the content over the years as well. So do show your love for them, and of course, make sure you enter to win the console too. We shall turn our attention to the football though, and we start with second placed Arsenal, which is not going to be too easy, is it really? They've only lost one game all year. We've now lost 3 after unfortunately picking up 2 defeats in yesterday's episode. We frustratingly kind of got a little bit battered by Manchester United, although we were able to respond in the second half and then continued to respond by getting back-to-back victories in the next 2 Premier League games. We then went and lost to Aston Villa with Beto scoring their goal. So it didn't end well yesterday. Hopefully we start better today. We will be splitting the month of December into 2, as we usually do, because we want to make sure we get enough feedback from you guys for the January transfer window. We've got Wrexham in the FA Cup, which will be an intriguing one. But of course, with the injury to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's out for 4 months with a lateral collateral ligament damage injury. It means that we are short in the striking role. We were thinking about replacing him anyway. We now can't because he's injured, but the question marks still hang over the head of Dwight McNeil as to what we do with him in this squad. So I could sell Dwight McNeil in January to help fund a marquee striker signing with our current £28 million budget plus whatever we can get for Dwight McNeil to bring in a striker. And then in the summer, we could then use the sale of Dominic Calvert-Lewin plus whatever our budget is next year to replace Dwight McNeil in the squad. I'm still leaning towards selling Dwight McNeil. I could absolutely sign a striker with the £28 million I've currently got. But obviously, with an additional £20-odd million from the sale of McNeil, we could really sign someone with real quality as opposed to someone that's just kind of a like for DCL. And it's in this episode's comment section and tomorrow's episode's comment section that you guys will definitively make the decision. What do we do about Dwight McNeil and the DCL situation? Dominic, I'm definitely going to sell in the summer. I would have contemplated selling him in January as well, but he's done his knee, so I can't. Dwight McNeil has not necessarily contributed much more than he did last season thus far this year, and we certainly feel that Brian Mbuemo offers more in terms of build-up, if not yet in terms of end product. I do feel like we're a better side with Mbuemo in the 11 than we are with Dwight McNeil. Dwight can still be a squad player if you would like him to be a squad player. It's not definitively decided that he will leave, but the money from him being sold would offer us the opportunity to improve with higher quality elsewhere. So bear that in mind. Let me know definitively in the comment section. Thumbs up comments you agree with, and hopefully we can just go and beat Arsenal and then we don't need to worry about anyone, do we? Because this current squad is good enough to challenge for a top 4 spot. We're not at the point yet where we're challenging for a title, though. And I don't think we will be next season either, although we certainly would like whoever we have at the club now to continue to grow. We can grow well, but will we be good enough in our current iteration to get a result against Arsenal? Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, follow all the links in the description. Hopefully we can win at Goodison Park, or at least avoid a bloody trouncing like we got against United yesterday. Arsenal missing Kai Havertz through injury, but to be honest, I don't think he'd start anyway given their front line. David Raya at 86 rated in goal, Tierney, Saliba, Marquinhos and Ben White as the back line. Ademola Lookman alongside Lois Openda. That's a decent front two, isn't it? A really decent front two. I've had to rotate as well because of fitness, effectively, and injury for that matter as well, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Gift Orban, who should be back by the end of this month, if not by the end of this episode at the very least. So hopefully Gift can come back and offer us some extra goal opportunities, but at the minute it's going to be backs against the wall here against Arsenal. I think we're going to have to be at our best defensively to get anything from this. They always play very well against us. We always tend to lose to them. And with Lois Openda in their 11 and Ademola Lookman up top, we're going to have to do very, very well indeed to get anything from this. Ramsdale against his former club, of course. Hopefully he can come up trumps. Here's Trossard. No Martinelli for Arsenal, obviously. They sold him to Liverpool in the first season. There's an offside in there. That smashed Openda in the face, and he was the wrong side of the line. Lois Openda. Nice turn. His pace is terrifying, Lois Openda. Ødegaard is sensational at 90 rated. Saka is the same at 89. And I'm not taking any risks there. Just getting rid of it with the defender when I know I can do so. Thankfully, no mistakes from the goalkeeper to allow them in for a cheeky free goal. Oscar Bob up against Kieran Tierney, to be fair. Could be a battle that Bob stands the chance of winning today. And Mbuemo's getting into the box. I'll lift it, looking for it. Hit Tierney's hand. We're in a good position for a free kick here and a chance on goal. Probably suits a left footer more so. Dwight McNeil will be the man that gets the opportunity. Is he going to have his coming of age moment here in an Everton shirt for us in this save? Dwight McNeil from distance. It was on its way in. It just didn't go in. Trossard. Interesting to go for it from there, Leandro, with as many options as you had. Admire the self-belief, but not necessarily going to do any danger, that, is it? Well in, Lewis Ferguson. We haven't necessarily done any danger of our own here against Arsenal so far. Lovely challenge by Marquinhos, but to this point, we have held our nerve at the back very well indeed, and it's still 0-0 here. And if Mbuemo makes a decent run, Ødegaard's in the way, we could maybe have one final chance before the break. We will not have one final chance before the break. It will be the break. Ref, please, before Arsenal score a goal. They're going to score a goal. Lookman. No! It's wide, it's wide, it's wide. Panic over, panic over. Utilise that strength. Here's Lois Openda. He's a bit quicker than 50 sprint speed. Trossard snapping at the heels. Can't get it off him. Trossard backs himself again. His teammates are going to get annoyed at him soon, Leandro Trossard, if he keeps taking on these solo efforts, because he's not getting close to scoring with any of them. Bob. Under pressure. Pressure very well dealt with. Oscar Bob still going. And Mbuemo now. Get it to Decore through that gap, you know. Arsenal stepped a little, but Dwight McNeil is onside as Saliba in the middle dropped. But I couldn't find the ball through. That was a real opportunity to cut apart this Arsenal defence. And maybe smash and grab and steal all 3 points. We don't deserve the win. But I'd say so far, equally, we don't deserve to lose either. And with Ramsdale continually making saves when called upon, we aren't going to be losing. At least not yet, anyway. A couple of changes. Throw for them. Deep. Maitland-Niles in the way. Another former Arsenal man in our side now. Dwight McNeil for... Oh, space! Space from Mbuemo. Lovely ball to him. And, every critical ball forward just hasn't quite made it in this game so far for us. And it's been infuriating. There have been a couple of opportunities to play a real killer through ball and send a man in behind. And it just hasn't quite fallen for us. The rub of the green hasn't been there. It would be a very, very worthy single point. Now, when, not if, we get it. We have absolutely earned this against Arsenal. It's a 0-0 draw. It was probably the best we could hope for, but we achieved it nonetheless. West Ham and Burnley on the way next, I think, as we try now and keep the run going, unbeaten run, and go and bag a couple of victories. West Ham with a 4-2-3-1. Alphonse Areola in between the sticks. Reinildo, Mavropanos, David Hansko and Wan-Bissaka. Guido Rodriguez and Alvarez as expected. Somerville, Ward-Prowse and Bowen, with Mikel Oyarzabal up top. Oyarzabal scored against us last time we played West Ham. At least I think that was this save, not the Man United one. It must be, because sure he didn't move to West Ham in both saves. We are back to very near full strength now. But Dwight McNeil is starting over Oscar Bob, who's not fit, or not fit enough at the moment to play. Gift Orban is back in training, but not yet available for selection. But it won't be long before Gift is back. But quite frankly, NDI's been good enough, more than good enough, in that false 9 role. And I might, to be fair, I could put Gift in the poacher role ahead of Valise. It probably makes sense to still focus on our own players, doesn't it? It would probably leave us lacking a little bit of height in that role, although I think Valise is maybe 5'11 and Gift Orban's 5'10, so it's not that much difference. We're certainly lacking more height without Dominic Calvert-Lewin up there. Ferguson out wide here to Mbuemo. Valise is going to be available in the middle, and we'll look for him here, and we'll find him. But that's not going anywhere near the goal, but it's because it took a deflection off David Hansko. So we'll try and keep this away from the goalkeeper. We can't keep it away from West Ham men, unfortunately. That might fall for Ghana if he can get it under control quickly. It's Jared Branthwaite, not you, sir. That wasn't meant for you either, Mr. O'Brien. Never mind. McNeil delivers. Onside, I think. Offside, unfortunately. Play it on the floor and then look for Valise in that gap. Found well. Good touch. Get lucky that it pops free to Ferguson, but here now is Ghana, who gets destroyed, and will take the free kick, thank you. Yellow card, unsurprisingly. We're not going to score this, so let's just lay it off sideways. Or at least we're not going to score directly from this. Anyway, Mbuemo and Branthwaite. Valise onside, in the middle. NDI, first time. Wide of the target. Someone's put a foghorn into the ground. Bowen. Bowen? Yep, well done, Ches. You know Jared Bowen's name. Why don't you read it correctly? Oh, I thought we'd got a toe in there. I thought we'd got a toe in there as well. Thank you, Aaron. Oyarzabal is him. Really, really dangerous up top. Crescencio Somerville is just pace. And if Mavropanos bangs it tops, it's really not going to be our day. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time here. Both sides with chances, but if I'm honest, West Ham have been the more creative. I cannot seem to get in behind their defensive line. Every time we think we might, they pick off my attempted through ball. Like that. Oh! 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 NDI! No! Son of a bitch! Areola with a great save. Valise could be on the end of this. A swing and a miss. Ferguson brings it down. Lays it in front of Ghana. Ghana will shoot from range. Ferguson will shoot from range. It'll be half-time at 0-0. Oh, nearly the gift we needed. Bugger. Somerville. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. Pressure on him from the defender might just have been enough to put him off from picking the spot that he wanted to put that in. Corner for West Ham here now. James Ward-Prowse will deliver, and it's a good one. And Mavropanos gets to it. Ramsdale can't get it under control. But thankfully, there was a defender on hand to pump it clear before a West Ham man got to it to turn it home. Try and turn Reinildo here. That's really not worked very well at all for me. Ndiaye is with me. Valise is on the run. We'll lift it. Valise could be in. He is. Valise was on its way to the bottom corner, but not quite accurate enough. Got a bit of an outswinger here to keep it away from the keeper. As Valise it headed towards again. Well up Dwight McNeil. Get that back to Ndiaye. Bit of pace, bit of pace, bit of pace. Find the space, pull the trigger. Mavropanos in the way. And we're not going to get another corner. We're putting the pressure on, But seemingly today, it's proving quite difficult to actually score a goal. It isn't necessarily helping us win any games of football, is it? Float this. It's a lovely ball by Valise to Mbuemo. Need his touch to be good. It is. Ndiaye is there. Valise is running off me. Valise round the corner. Oh, it's not good enough from Iliman Ndiaye. Again, missing that final ball. Gentlemen, please. Just someone play that killer pass. Forward to Ndiaye. Drill it to Valise. Good touch. Good turn. Valise. Good turn again. Valise. Valise! We just don't have the quality in the side in these sorts of games to find that one final opportunity. I'm going to bring Doucouré on as well. Doucouré can go up as the secondary striker. We're so close, yet so far from a result here. We've had plenty of chances. 8 for us, 10 for them. It's not like neither side is failing to create, but both sides are failing to convert. Mikolenko's so solid. He's absolutely superb. Ferguson looking for Mbuemo. Just driving away from everybody here, Brian Mbuemo. It's a lovely run. He's still going. Oh, what a run. What a goal this would be. Brian Mbuemo, goal! We needed the moments of quality, and it came from our marquee summer signing. A run from borderline his own half in the 89th minute. A winner against West Ham. Yes, up the toffees. That's the first moment of real Mbuemo quality that we've seen in this season so far. That's why we bought him. Get in. 3 points for the toffees. Oh, I really needed that. I really needed that. Thank you, Brian. Olay, 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 olay. Oh, where are your bubbles, West Ham? Where are your bubbles? The goal went in. Where are they, lads? No bubbles for you to... Oh, what a touch by Bowen. Hang on, there might be some bubbles. Good delivery. Fulkrug's in there. No, it's going to fall to Mbuemo. Get in! Oh, I'm so desperate for this victory, and I'm really, really, really pleased that we've gotten it. Because it's been such a frustrating episode, let alone day so far. Get Dwight McNeil in behind here. Maybe we'll add another. Doucouré around the corner. Floating it. Look for Valise. Flick it on. And Mbuemo. I don't care. West Ham 0. Everton 1. 3 points on the back of the draw against Arsenal. We were defensively sound again. Needed and thankfully finally found that ounce of quality that we required to get the 3 points through. Next up, Burnley, who, to be fair to them, have just drawn against Chelsea, so it's not going to be easy against them either. But surely we've got to fancy ourselves in that game. Burnley, 4-2-3-1 for them. James Trafford's still in between the sticks. Lucas Pires, Esteve Bay and Connor Roberts. Josh Cullen and Josh Brownhill, all the Joshes. Lyle Foster leads the line. Of course, Zion Fleming only on loan from Millwall. I believe in real life it's an obligation to buy, whereas in FC they don't trigger that obligation because EA, effectively. So it's not too dissimilar a side from one that you'd see in Season 1 from Burnley. Manuel Benson in real life is out on loan. And obviously here he's now back from that loan. Now, we created lots of chances in the first game. In the second game against West Ham. But weren't able to score more than one late goal. Here now, though, you'd like to think against a side like Burnley, we could really score more than just the one. We had a look, actually, at the league table in between the last game and this one. We've played 15 games. We've only scored 14 goals. I don't quite know how we've only scored 14 goals in 15 games and managed to keep ourselves inside the top 4 almost at all times. We've got more clean sheets than anyone else in the division, I believe. Kind of on a good enough run, but not really anywhere to go with it. Through there to Ndiaye seems the obvious. Nice spin. Can we get this out wide to Oscar Bob? He seems rather reluctant to push forward, actually. Oscar! Thank you. Actually, could get to the byline here. All right, we'll take a corner then. Can Mbuemo set someone up after scoring in the last game? No. All right. Burnley a little dangerous here. Benton in particular. Thank you. Corner Burnley. Struggled to keep with him there. Felt like I was chasing shadows a little bit. Tracer on the far side will deliver, and deliver well, but out comes Mr. Ramsdale to ensure that they don't score. Why would you bowl that underarm, you absolute moron? Someone's gone down and stayed down. We really can't afford more injuries. We've got a very, very thin squad here at Everton. I could really do with not losing anyone. Ndiaye. 1-0 Everton. We might have a man down. Burnley are a goal down. Sorry, lads. Not quite got the dribbling I hoped he did to turn the man there. Here's Tracer down the wing. Chop. That'll be a yellow card. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Feliz Navidad. Oh. Right, okay. A 1-0 leads and a one-man down. Benson into Rodriguez. First time to Foster. Oh, Jared, that's so important. Oscar Bob's about to make way for the red card, but he's pinged a lovely ball out there to Mbuemo before he leaves. Through that gap will be Feliz, who's onside. And are we going to be singing Feliz Navidad? No. No, we're not. Get out, please. Bloody hell, Lily man. Oh, he's done me. Lowell Foster. It goes from bad to worse. Burnley equalised in the 70th minute. Bugger. That step from Burnley. I'll take it. Now Mbuemo stayed down hurt. Oh, Feliz, please. My God. He's so good at everything but scoring goals. Feliz. Ferguson. Ndiaye. Ndiaye. The nose have it. Ndiaye isn't able to turn the ball home. That's annoying. Really annoying. I think the boos are a bit harsh. Burnley are mid-table. It's not like they're bottom. They're having a half-decent season. We did go a man down. I don't think it was a red card challenge, but unfortunately the man that has the definitive opinion is the one that has the cards in his pocket. So we've got Manchester City next. 2 players are injured. How long for? Oh God, player suspended, player injured, player injured. And Mbuemo, 3 months broken toe. Thank the Lord O'Brien's out for only 5 days. Jimmy Garner's going to miss a game as well. We're going to have to call up some youngsters here because I, quite frankly, quite simply, have run out of first team players. I can't field a full team or a full squad. It's... where are we in the league now? We're still 3rd, but we could drop... We probably will drop to 5th after this round of fixtures. Who have... Tottenham have got Fulham. Liverpool have got Arsenal. Okay, it's not easy for Liverpool. Tottenham will win their game, though. Oh, man. Well, let's advance that far at least. Let's see, there were a couple of talks I needed to have here. Dwight Manili saying, thank you for giving you a chance. Just stay focused, Dwight. Shut up, Abdullah. You'll get an opportunity now, I'm sure, because, well, I don't have enough players. We need some more money, basically, to bulk out the squad. We can either have numbers or quality. And at the minute, we don't have the money for both. I am going to have to call up some of the youth team that at present haven't got a look in. Mbuemo's injured, unavailable. 2 contracts looking like they're going to expire soon. O'Brien is on his way back. To be fair... Oh, shush. To be fair, Gift Orban should be available now for this one, hopefully. O'Brien says he's feeling much better, so hopefully he can play. Orban is going to be available. Lindelof is feeling like he's up to the challenge against his parent club's rival team. And have we dropped a position? We've dropped 1 to 4th. Liverpool weren't able to get the better of Arsenal. We didn't anticipate that they would. Arsenal have now gone top. We've now got the game in hand and can go back 3rd if we win against Manchester City. So I think you could probably imagine what's going to happen there. That is all for this episode. It didn't necessarily go how we hoped it would, really, did it? We got a great result against Arsenal. Happy with that. Stole the win against West Ham. We were delighted with that. And we kind of went a little bit flat with the game against Burnley. Manchester City is going to be very tough without a full-strength side. But we could still have a good Christmas. We could still have a good Feliz Navidad if he'd actually start scoring, which would be lovely if he could. But with Gift Orban back, I think Feliz is going to be on the bench now. Palace and Wolves, the other games to come in tomorrow's episode. That is all from me for now. Again, a reminder that there is a link in the description to enter a competition, thanks to the guys at Xbox UK with their Score More with Xbox campaign, to potentially win an Xbox console. So do follow the link down there to the Microsoft form and fill it out. Of course, as I've said, we will have more giveaways later this week on stream as well. So follow the link in the description to my Twitch channel where you can join me there for more of that as well. But for now, for this YouTube video, that is all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.